and will walk together forever. That's what Hall of Fame hockey head coach Fred Shiro said to his team before a Stanley Cup final in the 1970s, and that's what 3 Tennessee Valley teams hope to do in the final day of the AHSAA State Basketball Finals. We start with the Scottsboro girls playing in their first ever state title game. In the second quarter, Jasper attacking. It's dumped off to Hallie Harrell for the bucket. She had 10 points in the first half. Lady Vikings up 3. Final minute of the half, the Lady Cats work it to the corner. Bella Sexton pulls up and she splashes down the triple. She scored a game-high 19, but Jasper led 28-25 at the break. Into the fourth quarter, still a tight game. Caroline Dawson spins in the lane and puts Scottsboro up 1. But Jasper retook the lead and went 6 for 7 at the line down the stretch. Scottsboro did have a chance for a go-ahead 3 with 20 seconds left, but it bounced off the rim twice and was not meant to be. Scottsboro falls in the 5A title game 48-44. But good news, this team was super young. They had no seniors and just 2 juniors, and head coach Brandon Childers was already talking about next year after the game.
Next year's different challenges. Most of ours a lot of them got their license last week. We only had 2 that drove before that. So, now that they got cars, are we still going to be as bought in? Now that we have boyfriends, are we still going to be as bought in? That's what I'm willing to see. And we want to get better. Are we satisfied?
Later in the day, the Hazel Green girls played for their 7th straight state championship. In the first quarter, Sydney Stewart passes to Amaya Reedus, who floats it in. Lady Trojans up 7-0. Soon after, it's dumped off to Leah Brooks in the paint, and the Alabama signee adds to the lead. Hazel Green led 12-0 at the end of the first quarter. In the second period, HGHS continues to shine. Stewart goes cross-court to Kristen Johnson, and it's a splashdown from downtown. Reedus, Brooks, and Johnson all finished in double figures as Hazel Green girls basketball wins the state championship for the 7th year in a row. Final score 57-38. The Lady Trojans won up the AHSAA record title streak they set last year, and Tim Miller has now won the most state championships of any coach in state history with 11.
This group here will leave something left behind to stand what they're supposed to do, and nobody wants to be the group we didn't get it done. Because I'll ask them, what's going to be said about this group when y'all graduate?
And the Buckhorn boys were up next, taking on Mountain Brook in the 6A title game for the 2nd straight year. The Bucks trailed at the half, but Caleb Holt turns up the heat despite clearly experiencing some leg discomfort. The sophomore scored 16 points, but nightmare scenario for the Bucks as he fouled out near the end of the fourth quarter. The Bucks and Spartans continue to trade blows, and Buckhorn has the chance to win it. First shot misses. Devin Chapman puts it back. The bench empties. We think Buckhorn has won, but after review, the shot was waved off, and we go to overtime tied at 45. Into the extra period, Mountain Brook takes the lead as Trey Davis drills the three-pointer. The Spartans lead by as many as 3 in overtime, but the Bucks rally back to make it a 1-point game with free throws, and then Fred Derrick with the big-time shot off the glass to put the Bucks back in front. It's 51-50. Mountain Brook has the chance to win in the final seconds of the extra period, but guess who? Fred Derrick with the championship-winning steal. Final score 52-51. The Bucks are state champions once again.
Clay Chalfant played great against us. Selena played great against us. Mountain Brook today was phenomenal. It just says something about the fact that we kept competing and what I was telling the kids, and we didn't ever point a finger and say it's this guy's fault or that guy's fault. We kind of looked inward and said, what can I do to make this better?
And that'll do it for our state finals coverage. 4 Tennessee Valley teams bring home blue maps. They were the Eider girls, the Marceau boys, the Hazel Green girls, and the Buckhorn boys. From Legacy Arena in Birmingham, I'm Nick Kuzma, Fox 54 Sports.